I'm good, Mike. How are you?
Why don't you tell everybody who you are and what firm you're with?
Sure. My name is Amy Delaney, and I am the Director of Marketing and Business Development with Kernet Stokes in Eugene, Oregon.
Yeah, and we're here live at AAM Summit,
Yes.
doing a little podcast. And we want to talk a little bit about a very successful project you just got awarded an AAMA for.
Yes.
Your website. Tell us how that went.
Yes, so we launched our new website June 1st of last year and completely revamped it. What started off as like, we'll just do a few touch-ups, turned into a complete remodel of the website. And it's been a successful launch, not just because we won the AIM Award, but really because of the results we're seeing. Created it to be much more in mind of the visitor and the user coming to the website, not us just trying to sell what we offer, but making it much easier for someone to come and feel like they're having their own personal experience, as though the page they're going to was created with just them in mind, and giving them information that maybe they didn't even realize they needed or wanted, and making it really easy for them to contact the right person. So since we've launched it, we've seen a tremendous uptick in visitors to our website, what we call conversions. So whether they've reached out to us on the contact us form, clicked an email, or called us, has significantly increased. So we're getting in front of the right people. And it allowed us then to also change and redo our strategy with Google and LinkedIn ads and things like that. So it's been tremendously hard work, but also a lot of fun and very rewarding in how it's doing what we set out for it to do.
I'm Erica Blair. I am our marketing director at Your Part-Time Controller. So last year, our firm celebrated our 30th anniversary. So that was a really fun and engaging campaign for our entire team to get involved with, including our strategic partnerships team and the entire firm as a whole. So we did some social media campaigns where people were encouraged to share the branded hashtag YPTC turns 30. And also we had our clients, nearly 30 or maybe it was over 30, share specific well wishes as part of their testimonials too, which was really cool, and those are on our website.
That's awesome. Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
30 years. That's awesome. And then what metrics are you focused on this year as a firm?
Yeah, so as a firm, we are continuing to grow. I would say for our marketing department, sales department, partnerships departments, we're really focused on lead generation this year, and it's kind of twofold. So our firm works with nonprofits. So in addition to obviously revenue driving, we want to reach as many nonprofits as possible because they're doing good works for the world. So we want to make sure that we're able to help them with their finance and accounting.
I'm Katie Tolan. I'm a former in-house marketer turned consultant, where I help CPA firms today drive growth, either as a consultant or an outsourced CGO.
We want to dig in today on a particular topic, which is proving your worth or proving your value within your firms. Why don't you talk about that a little bit?
You know, it was a couple months ago that within a 48-hour period, I got 4 leads. Okay, so if you're in your business, you're going to celebrate that. They were all the exact same. We are not sure we're getting what we need to from our marketing team, and we need to evaluate them, possibly get rid of them, replace them. By the time I got that 4th lead, or on the second day, I'm sitting on my couch at night. It's like 10 o'clock at night, it comes in. I start laughing. I'm like, what is going on? Like, what is going on? This is crazy. And I think ultimately it comes back to there's either, I don't even want to say misalignment between what firms want and marketers do. I think marketers need to do a better job of understanding what their firms want, delivering it, and communicating that they are providing what they're asked to do.
What are some of the ways you think that marketers could do a better job of particularly communicating back that value, or like, here's what we've been doing?
I would definitely, I'm a big proponent of some sort of growth KPI. Depending how your firm reacts to that could go well for you or not. One thing that I did in my career, after I'd been in my firm probably 7 years, so I wasn't a newbie by far, I sat down with every partner, I looked them in the eyes and said, what does marketing do well? What doesn't marketing do well? Sometimes I had to bite my tongue. It was a tough conversation for some of them, but that allowed me to understand where those gaps were so that I could better communicate. Not that we weren't doing it, they just didn't understand what we were doing, or that we could do this, or we were doing it. And so having those sort of real conversations, taking that feedback honestly, not getting defensive, you can use that to strategize what your next steps are.
My name is Leah Tikak, and I'm with HD Growth Partners. A big thing that I'm working on this year is actually implementing a podcast studio, and we're really trying to work on creating just more video content and short form content, and really focusing on providing like more educational value in also an entertaining way. Obviously, our industry is maybe not the most captivating to like the average person, but trying our best to kind of find a way to make that interesting and also educational for clients and, you know, even just for our team as well.
My name is Megan Jones. I am the Marketing and Events Coordinator at HD Growth Partners. Recently, we just joined a private equity firm. And being the Marketing and Events Coordinator, I deal a lot with the internal side of things. So I do a lot of employee engagement and recruitment and retention. So a lot of my goals this year are based around that. We're quarterly goal trying to go from 70 employees to 250 plus employees. So one of my biggest goals is trying to create that culture that we've really developed at our firm and expand it, whether people are working from Maryland or Texas or even across the like a different country. We have some people in India right now. So how do you expand that culture, keep that culture cross country? That's my biggest goal right now, and figuring out what that looks like.
So my name is Brandon Ferris. I'm with Winding River Consulting, and I'm a marketing manager over there. I spent about 8 years or so in the industry, and here I am in the consulting industry now. So something we're just seeing with a lot of firms right now is how are you driving growth, right? There's a bunch of different things you can track. There's tons of different ROIs your partners might be caring about. But at the end of the day, are you driving growth for your firm? If you're not, you might really need to reassess what you're doing with your marketing initiatives. And that's what I've been seeing a lot here at the AAM Summit, is people are talking and trying to figure out how they're conveying growth to their leadership. At the end of the day, where is your firm leadership trying to go? Are they trying to get into a business? Are they trying to expand into new markets? Are you trying to retain your existing client base through awesome customer experience? And whichever they're focused on, it's all about growth at the end of the day, and it's helping drive it.
My name is Lena Kearney. I'm the Director of Marketing at Bars, Gowie, Ammon & Foltz. We're an accounting firm with offices in Media and Chadsford, Pennsylvania. We have about 55 employees.
How do you prove the value you're bringing to your firm?
It's a loaded question, Mike.
I know.
It's loaded.
So loaded.
It's loaded, and there's so many different ways to go about this. Now, I would say that obviously the partners want to see the results. So they want to have really great key performance indicators, so good KPIs that you can take that data and share it with the partner group and say, hey, look what I've done. But I really think the meat of it is in the strategy behind how do you get to those KPIs? What are the key performance indicators that your partner group cares about? And then creating a strategy to figure out how to get to those results that you want to see. So for me, it's all in the strategy.
I'm Margot Anderson. I'm the marketing director at Larson & Company. We are a firm based in Salt Lake City, Utah. We have 3 offices in the state, and we have about 120 employees. I had contracted with a group to rebuild my website, and I chose to rebuild my website on the HubSpot platform. We'd used WordPress before. I liked WordPress. I knew how to use it. We decided to move to HubSpot for just CRM reasons. We wanted everything in one place. We were tired of logging into a bunch of different things. So that was actually a really exciting thing for me. I was so stoked to have this implementation of pure marketing technology. I didn't have to use some other platform and make it work for myself. So we contracted with a group to build that for us, and they did, and we had some massive design issues with it. We had chosen, they based the design on our current logo, which is great. But the fonts and things we use on our logo just were not great website fonts. They were hard to read, and it might have worked for the design of our logo, but it didn't translate very well. So we had this disparity between who our firm really was and how it was looking on this new website. And I was so deep into it, I could not scrap it and go back to what I had used before. And so I called my friend Sam and I said, I'm sorry, but you've been chosen for this event. I said, help me make this look like Larson. And it was a great experience because as we kind of went through each page one by one, we went through each industry group one by one, each service line one by one. It was helping me refine actually our brand language and who Larson really is. And then that helped me be able to communicate that to the people in my firm a little bit better. Because I write all the proposals, so I know that language really well, but most of the people in my firm don't know it. And so we were able to actually streamline everything based on that experience, which I recommend, whoever you use, I recommend that you go through and just simplify everything that you have and make it cohesive and kind of flow together. So we updated our proposal template, we updated our PowerPoint template, we updated our business card design, we updated our payment portal, everything that we had. We kind of took these building blocks of like, this is what Larson is and this is what we want it to look like. And so rather than me picking different fonts or different taglines or different colors or looks for things, it simplified my job so much, because I was like, no, wait, it has to be the Larson look. And so we had never had that before, because I have inherited like this cobbled together marketing from other past marketing directors, which is great. It's great to have something to start with and not have to do it from scratch. But for us to kind of focus that and make it more clear has brought a lot more clarity in our marketing messaging. So I didn't realize that because I'm slow a little bit, but I didn't realize that the look clarifies the message, right? I just kind of thought you have the message and then you make a look and then you just put them together, but it really had to come together. So we were able to clarify our firm values and the things that we talk about amongst ourselves with our clients, and kind of marry those two things together. What do the clients need? What do we offer? And then just make it simpler. It's easier for people to look and find what they need. And we actually have gotten quite a few clients from our new website, not necessarily, all from the look, but we did have one lady who came through on our form, and she said, hey, I need a 401k audit. And so we reached back out and said, yeah, we'd love to do a call with you. And she said, I Googled firms and I really liked the look of your firm. It was so simple and easy for me to go through and discover what it was that I needed. I knew exactly who you were. I knew how you were going to serve me. So I really want to work with you guys because I love the clean look of your website. And so the partner sent that to me and was like, well, good job. And I was like, I have Sam Pagel to thank for that, because he was kind of behind it. But I was able to kind of say, this is what we are. This is what I want. And then Sam could come in and say, okay, well, do this then, try this color. Because I have the vision, but I don't necessarily have the technical skills to execute all those things.
That's awesome.
So that was really exciting. And then when we launched it, we got great feedback from the CPAs, which is not normal for most marketers. Usually they've got a lot to say about it. I had everybody go through and audit it and say, yeah, if you find mistakes or things that we need to change, send it back to me. And I only got 2, and they were links that were just broken. In a thing, and I was like, that's it? Come on, guys. so it's been so exciting. And then as we're getting more leads in our main vertical, which is the insurance industry. We've gotten 3 clients from our website this year, people we don't even know. We have no connection with them. We've never met them, and we were able to convert them to clients from that. So it's been great.
So I'm Nancy McFerrin. I've been with Smith & Howard. We're an accounting firm headquartered in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
I'm in the role of the marketing manager, so I work closely with our chief marketing officer and really take the strategy that she sets and bridges it into the execution phase, and work with a handful of people on our team to execute on initiatives that tie up into our strategy and firm goals.
What metric or measurement are you most focused on or most concerned about this year?
Sure. So we're really looking in on our web analytics for our companies. We have 3 entities that we're focused on, and really trying to find, we have all this data, right? And we can tell stories on all of it, but really where should we be focusing on? And we're looking closely at our conversion rates, our click-through rates. And so we're really focused on those areas of our metrics on the website. It ties into the higher goals, whether it's vertical, service line, all of the above, really. And so we're trying to figure out how to just streamline it, because we have access to all this data, right, and all these tools. And so how do we kind of just bring this all together so we're not spending, all this time just pulling the numbers. And so we made a lot of progress there, and we're very excited about it. But that's been one of our really big pushes for the year, is really streamlining that automating what we can and looking at data consistently and reporting on it consistently as well.
So my name is Tori McLaughlin. I am the marketing manager at Venturity Financial Partners. We're based in Dallas, Texas. We're an outsourced accounting firm with advisory services as well, mainly in the C-suite, COO and CFO.
Nice.
Been there for about 5 years and worked my way up from marketing coordinator to manager. And so now I'm here at Summit, excited to learn more about what else is out there and what's next in my career. Venturity's been around for about 23 years, really a staple in the Dallas business community. Our founder and former CEO, he transitioned into a board chair role. And my former report to, who was the chief revenue officer, has now since moved into the chief executive officer role. And so this kind of opened up an opportunity to really dive deep into public relations and take advantage of getting our brand, our presence, and just putting it out there even on blast in the best way possible more than ever. And that's something personally I haven't had the opportunity to do during my time at Venturity or elsewhere. And so, we didn't have an in-house crew to help us with that. And so we found a local team to really guide us in speaking the language of public relations, how to manage media relationships. It really is a literal second language. And so it was just so exciting to be able to kind of mediate and manage that relationship between Venturity and that public relations team, and really just drive home our legacy and our presence in the community. And so since then, with that change, it's also in the organizational structure, it's also changed, how my marketing team functions. So now I report to our VP of Sales and Marketing. And now it's kind of opened up an opportunity to bring and expanding our team. And maybe bringing in another business development person as well as another person that will help support me in my role in marketing. And so it's just really cool to see progression, happening, even in the C-suite, and how that progression and that those transitions really positively trickle down throughout the company, and just really usher in exciting change for the whole company, firm-wide.
My name's Ace Callwood. I'm the MC of AIM Emerge, and I'm a director at a firm called Envoy. I'm an executive mediator, so I spend my time with executive leadership teams, boards of directors around the world, often helping really smart people either navigate conflict or build the frameworks by which they can make really good decisions quickly together in the future. We've been working on a little project called Envoy Recorded Radio, which is basically our podcast, except for I'm pretentious and don't believe in podcasts, so we called it Recorded Radio instead, and people give us a hard time, rightfully so.
Love it.
ERR, we've basically, particularly because I do a lot of either leadership development with teams or, like I said, conflict resolution, it's been a really fun way for my business partner Scott and I to kind of cycle through new frameworks, new ideas, and observations about the world, around the world. So we kind of record when we're traveling. He was just in Singapore. I was in London. We did an episode together. It was like a really fun way to say, hey, I'm observing this literally on the opposite side of the world from you, and the phenomena that we see, can we put words to, can we build frameworks around, and can we help leaders of organizations better understand how they navigate the world and help their employees navigate the world so we can continue doing really good work with great people. So ERR has been like the vehicle by which we get to just kind of wrestle through what's happening around us and put it into some context for ourselves and the people we work with and for.